music, R&B, hip hop, pop,
I still get you.
reggae, EDM, indie, old school,
Side. Check it.
and sports talk.
Right here.
WorldStarHitRadio.com.
Welcome to Connecting Atlanta Radio, where we are aired live on the #1 and fastest growing internet radio station every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. on WorldStarHitRadio.com. And today we are going to talk about real estate. And we have the very beautiful Remi that has joined us today. I had the pleasure of meeting her about a month or so ago through a good friend of mine, Kenya. And so just asked her to come in and talk about the real estate market and what she has going on. So Remi, how long have you been in the real estate industry for?
I've been unofficially in the real estate industry for the past 5 years.
Okay.
5 years being the first 2.5 years I managed my own rental property back in the UK. Then I came over here and I accumulated 10 rental properties all from scratch with no license, with my partner at the time, and got addicted to real estate.
Oh wow, okay.
So
what made you decide to go into getting your actual real estate license and doing that part of it over, having your management of properties and stuff?
well, once I realized the commission that my broker at the time was earning, I done all the research, and he was walking away with $15,000 for just signing a piece of paper, which I'm capable of doing.
Right.
So that's when I thought, okay, go and get your license. You can do this.
Just learn all the legalities
Right.
and everything. Okay. Because I think that's a lot of the stuff that you learn
Yes.
as well behind it, and then you can end up being your own agent for your own properties, right?
Right.
Can you do
And
that?
Georgia has a lot of strict laws, as I learned the hard way, but I did it, and here I am.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And so how long have you had your license for?
I've had my license officially now just over a year. My experience started off in residential, as I said, but for the past 8 months I had the fortunate opportunity to jump into commercial real estate,
Okay.
which is way bigger and more interesting than residential. So now that's what I'm doing. I'm doing a bit of both.
That's awesome.
Love it.
That's awesome. Yeah, and commercial real estate, boy, you can make some money on that.
Yeah.
Especially because commercial properties are way more expensive than
Right.
residential properties. So how would you, and you've really coming into it, I guess, at the right time, because the market is coming back, and they were talking about, what areas do you normally work in?
At the moment, I'm focusing on areas such as downtown, areas that normally people will not pay any attention to, simply because they class it as always dangerous or is stigmatized for
Right.
whatever reason. For me, that's not how I look at it. I look at it like, okay, there's opportunity there.
Right.
You need to just grow up here, go in there, and take care of it. So
Right.
For me, I'll go in, I'll speak to local people. I'm not afraid of people.
Right.
And it's helping the community. So for me, I'm working on the areas that the normal people won't go into.
Okay, that's awesome. I was going to say is that I was listening to the news earlier today, and they were talking about Cobb County and how a lot of the homeowners are complaining that because of the new Brave Stadium that's going to be going there, that they're now, when they told them their taxes weren't going to go up, that they are actually going up. But there's like, well, property value is going up as well.
Exactly. Not a lot of people understand that when there's change and infrastructure going on in a certain neighborhood, be prepared that your taxes are going to go up, your property value will go up. So with that, taxes is obvious, it's going to go up. At the same time, traffic will increase, but you're not going to know until the change actually happens. And realistically, if you think about it, the crazy traffic we have in Atlanta anyway,
What's the
everyone
difference?
exactly.
It's horrible everywhere.
So
Yeah, coming into the city in the middle of rush hour and stuff like that. This is why I do it once a week. Because I live inside Sandy Springs, Buckhead area.
Right.
And I couldn't come out here every day.
Yeah, I'm not sure why people do it every day. I mean, you've got MARTA, you've got public transport, but I guess that's the London in me that comes in. I'm like,
oh yeah, all the public transportation.
Why are people not using public transport? You know, promote that, and then maybe the traffic will end a bit, and it's healthier. But that's just my opinion.
So, so what is your favorite type? Like, if you had to pick something and that was like your core value of what you wanted to go after with the real estate, like what is your favorite?
Well, there's a lot of good and bad when it comes to real estate, whether it's residential or commercial.
Mm-hmm.
There are people who are there just to make money, and they're going to be greedy. They're not going to worry about ethics and, you know, certain things, code of practice you need to abide by. Me, on the other hand, I look at it, even when I do residential deals, I never push for sales. I always make sure that if you're my client, I'll say, Jacqueline, what's your situation? What's your priority? What's your needs?
Mm-hmm.
If you're happy, I'm happy. Whether you come to me or not, whether you list or not, whether I make money from you or not, my priority is making sure you're okay financially, because I can easily sell houses to you.
Right.
And then 2 months later, I can easily watch you go bankrupt.
Right.
And I can walk away with all your money, but...
Right.
So I'm setting myself aside from your average
real
estate agent.
Make sure that when people purchase a home that they're wanting to buy, that, you know, it's like walking into a grocery store when you're on an empty stomach.
Right.
Your eyes are much bigger than your stomach, so you want to make sure that people's eyes are in line with their wallet.
Right. And people's goals have to be realistic, because everyone wants the big lavish house with the picket fence, blah de blah de blah. But what your income is, you don't realize that. You can easily live in debt, and you can easily have that lifestyle, but that lifestyle will only live, it will be short-lived.
Yeah.
And many people do it, and it's sad. And I guess when the whole recession thing happened, a lot of people were hurt by that. Yeah. Simply because they were living way beyond their...
I remember when I purchased my condo, I thought, would I be able to afford this on unemployment? That was when I rented out the condo I live in now, and then when I bought it. I said, okay, I wanted to make sure that I bought it at a rate of, if I was living on unemployment and maybe I had a little side hustle or something like that going on, would I be able to afford my mortgage? And if the answer was yes, then I was like, okay.
And you see, not many people look at it like that. Not many people sit there and...
Because I don't want to be homeless.
Exactly.
You know?
And it's unfortunate, 90%, if not more, people in the US start off their adult life with a student loan, with a car loan. Yeah. So you're already in debt. Right. So when you purchase a house, you're
piling more debt.
Exactly. So people don't take that into account when they're buying a home. Right. And I always tell people, look, let's do realistically what you can afford. Everybody can and want something bigger and better, but let's be realistic.
Let's see what you can afford after taxes.
Right.
Everybody wants to see what your, you know, how much you can pay for before taxes, but before taxes doesn't pay all the bills. After taxes does.
And even taxes and all of that included, I always tell people as well, like you said, if I lose my job, can I still rent my apartment or my condo out and still, I can go and crash in somebody's house for 6 months. Can I still rent out my home, pay my bills and survive? Because real estate, is end of the day, is business. Yes. Whether it's your home or not, you always have to look at it from a business point of view, that if anything bad happens, can I still operate my house and function and turn that into a business for me? Right. So
I have a feeling at some point you'll be putting together like a workbook or something like that to help people when they first get started, that they can buy for $9.99.
Well, the goal right now is I'm working with a friend of mine in Vine City. It's a deprived area, and the reason why I'm focused on there is there are a lot of people who have lived there for years and years and years, and they don't realize they've got equity in their house. So just educating people about simple things like, hey, you've got equity, you can do this, you can refinance, you can get yourself out of financial difficulty. It's just simple education.
Education is that's the biggest key, because it's just not, are there a lot of elderly people too?
Right.
Yeah, so they're just like, and they're afraid to take risks, and
they don't know, when they bought their houses, the market was completely different. The industry was completely different.
Yeah.
There's so many programs out there to help, people who are on minimum wage, and nobody's aware of this because they don't promote things like that. So I'm hoping, with the help of God, that I can go out there and help the less fortunate, and let them be able to say, hey, I have a chance, I can do this, and it's a realistic goal for them to
and
achieve.
hopefully help them pay their houses off, and so
not
the
have
only
to
thing they
worry
ever
about
owe is
things.
taxes.
Right, and they don't have to worry about, oh my God, who's going to take care of me if something happens. You don't have to worry about that, you can take care of yourself.
Yeah.
So that's my goal right now.
That's awesome.
Make
that's
a difference.
Awesome. So that's your goal, is to make a difference. So.
Yes, a positive difference, because everyone else is making financial differences in their personal bank accounts. For me, if I'm going to do something, it has to have good coming out of it, and it has to have a good purpose.
Right. And you have to make some money so you can survive.
Right.
And pay your bills and not be homeless. Yeah.
I believe if you do good will come back to you.
Yeah.
So.
And you're out there putting in the work and stuff like that too.
Right.
So, but helping some of these people that already have their homes and learning about the equity, is that helping you with people that are either selling their homes, and you're getting some people that are wanting to sell their homes, so you're getting them as clients, or people that are looking to purchase homes out there, or
even let's say someone who thought about refinancing their house and they don't want to list their house. Fair enough, I don't get the listing, I don't get the commission, but I can refer them over to a financial expert. I'll get a little referral.
Okay, referral.
So for me, I can push them to list it, I can push them to sell, I can push them to do But
you want to make sure they go for what it is that they need.
Right.
Okay, and then so you have the opportunity to.
Right. And when they're ready in their own free time, people do come back and they say, hey, Remi, now I'm ready to take the next step. I'm ready to sell my house and buy a new house. I'm comfortable, I'm ready. And that's all it is educating people and building the confidence in them to let them know you can do this.
Right.
It's achievable. You can do it.
And I think that's one of the biggest things, like with my customers, is that I have a great relationship with them because they know that I have their best interests at heart, and that I'm open and transparent with them. And when other, people in my staff or my company, I feel like they're like jerking around, I'm like, I get pissed off, and I tell my customers, whatever, I'll take care of it,
Yeah. And if people go off on, if you come in with an open heart and you're clear, you're open, you're honest with your work ethics, with who you are as a person, with what you believe in, people like that. People prefer honesty rather than, hey Jackie, I'm going to do this, you're going to be a millionaire. I could blow smoke up your rear end for days, but that's not who I am as a person. I need to sleep at night peacefully knowing that the people I've come in contact with, I've had a positive impact, whether it's giving them advice or whether it's helping them with their business. And it will stick. Yeah. Because like you said, we met, over a month ago? Yeah. And I was like, yes, we're going to do this.
So thank God for Bianca, I have to tell you, because that is my assistant, and she has been a lifesaver for me. So because I was like, at one point I had too many things going on at one time, and I was like, I just showed her how to set stuff up, and she just organized everything for me. And she's in South Africa, so she's awesome.
Yeah.
So that's why when you called me earlier, I was like, didn't she send that to you? I was like, 'cause I had no idea.
See, I'm the kind of person, I always check everything prior, whether it's a client, whether it's a friend. Yeah. Before anything happens, because we booked this nearly a month
Yeah.
ago.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Things can change. A lot has changed.
Yeah,
Look what
a lot
I just
has
told
changed.
you. I just lost
Yeah.
my job not too long ago.
Right.
Like a week ago. A lot has changed. But with me, I'll always make sure, hey, are you good? Are we still set?
Oh, yeah,
That's
no,
the reason why I
definitely,
called. I was
yeah.
like, I need to
Well,
make sure
it was
you're
crazy
good.
because I had hit Bianca up this morning and was like, do I have someone booked today? And then I think you, before I ended up seeing her email, you actually called
Yeah.
before I had seen, and I would have had her confirm up with you as
Yeah.
well. So
I'm very, when it comes to organizing stuff,
Mhm.
I'm very much, okay, I have a client to meet, I have to make sure they're good before I, step into their office or step into their house, make sure everything's fine with their personal lives,
yeah.
and we're still set and we're still good to go.
So what made you decide to come over to the States?
I followed I'm going to refer to him as a boy, and everything ended
Was
horribly.
he American at the time, or
No,
I mean,
he's
was he American?
well,
or is he
he's
English?
he's from Bangladesh, born and raised there, studied in the UK. That's how we met, and then,
Oh.
you know what happens. You fall for them, you follow them, you jump.
Is he the person you were married with, or?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's the person I done all the real estate, the
Okay.
rental property.
And you guys
with.
have a child, right?
No, not with him.
Oh, okay. I thought
Thank
you
God.
Okay. I thought you had it.
No,
Okay.
my son is with my first husband.
Oh, okay.
Of 8 years, but yeah, he's in good hands. He's doing well. So now my aim is to hopefully get back to London for the month of August. Go and see my family. I've not seen them in 4 years. My dad came to visit recently, and he just reminded me he's my rock. He told me, look, situations happen. You're in a bad situation right now. But you're my daughter, you're going to get through, you're a Londoner, you're in America, you're going to get through this. So that's why I decided to continue to stay. I'm like, you know what?
And just break through. You'll be much stronger for it.
Yeah.
I'll never forget because I grew up in South Florida, even though it's only a state away, and you're a whole other country
I'm not
away.
different.
I know it's similar but way different. So, but the time that I've lived here, there was times, and like with Kenya, where she's originally from California, on the other side of the country, and here, and I would say all of us, we've all gone through those times we were jobless and like wondering where our income was going to come in from and how we were going to pay for this or that, and just going out there. But because we're all hustlers and we go out there and make it work, and we work hard, and we have faith, and that it just really just seems to work out. So that's the one thing I can say is that you have this great heart of wanting to be able to give out to others and do this, and that no matter what, because you're out there putting that work in, that regardless of how bleak it looks, just know that the benefits will come in, and just hold on to that and that faith.
I don't know whether you're aware or not, but this is a holy month for me, and I want to say Ramadan Mubarak to all the Muslim brothers and sisters out there. It is very difficult to be fasting, especially in America where it's so hot. Oh my goodness, it's not allowed to drink, not allowed to eat. People are still.
Can you have water and stuff?
You cannot have water, nothing.
Oh my God.
Zero.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
No. Anything that the thing is, it's all about mental.
Yeah, I mean, I've
strength
fasted before, so.
And having the faith, because most of it is as soon as you start believing in yourself that I can do this, God has my back. You don't need to rely upon no human beings. You just say, God has me. You can do it. Anything is achievable. I mean, you can hit rock bottom so long as you have faith that you've got the man upstairs looking out for you. You could do anything.
Right.
So
okay, that's awesome.
yes.
Okay, I didn't know you were Muslim.
Yes, not a very good one. Yes, I'm a very proud Muslim. Share the same last name as the great late Muhammad Ali. But yeah, so he still is an inspiration to me. He's still a motivational person that I always look up to till this day. I mean, it came as a shock.
Oh yeah.
Hearing about his death.
I saw it like on. It came up. I saw it on somewhere online. Oh no, it came up on the iPhone. You know, the house that has the news stories and stuff. On Friday night, I saw it at 2 o'clock in the morning, Saturday morning at 2 o'clock. I was like, what?
Yep.
So it must have just happened that Friday evening.
It was.
So
it's. I mean, as I said, Ramadan started on the Sunday, so he just left the day before
Ramadan was about to start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because I'm reading up on like posts that his daughters and his family members are posting. Some of his last words was, he is comforting his family members, telling them, don't worry about me, I'm going to Allah, I'm going, like confidently he said that. And that, you know, whenever you're having a bad day and I read things like that and it motivates me, I'm like, you know what, keep the faith. Fair enough, he's gone, but you need to continue, you need to keep the faith. I read all of his quotes every morning. I flick through them. I'm like, I am the greatest, I will make it, I don't care.
Yeah, because he overcame so much. He fought our whole... He didn't fight. He didn't fight for the country. He kind of fought for the country in the ring, but he didn't really want to go into the war because he didn't agree with the war. But he did fight our country himself to fight for what he believed in, regardless of whatever issues that was going to give him. You know,
he never lacked in confidence. Whatever he had to say, he will speak his mind and
with authority.
Right.
Yeah.
And I honestly, I believe in that. Growing up as a kid, my dad always said, if you feel strongly towards something and it's the right thing, don't ever hold back in speaking your mind.
Right.
Say it and be proud of what you're going to say. If someone's doing something wrong, you say it. And Muhammad Ali was great at that.
Like that.
He would call people out and he will put it right out there, and that's how we have to be in this world.
So that's awesome. So did you see his documentary that they did on him? I mean, they did it years ago, but...
I watched brief clips of it. Here's another thing. I don't really sit down and watch TV or movies or anything because I'm constantly running around doing one thing or another.
Yeah.
But I am a big fan of boxing. I do kickboxing myself. So growing up, as I said, watching movies like Rocky and all of that.
Well, when you fly over to the UK, and if you can download it on like your tablet or something like that, if you can find it, definitely do that, and you'll have time then because you won't be able to go anywhere. Yeah, and watch it. It's a great movie. It really talks about his life. They've watered it down a little bit, but it really gives you an insight as to who he was and everything he went through.
Right.
So it's pretty awesome. So now we are getting ready to end the show. If someone wanted to reach out to you and get some information on hiring you as a real estate agent or something like that, what would be the best way for them to do that?
The best way to reach me would be on my cell phone, which is available around the clock, 24/7, 7 days a week. My full name is Remi Ali.
Okay.
Cell phone number is 404-906-7507. And I've just signed up with Coldwell Banker Commercial Real Estate.
Nice.
So that's an exciting new move for me. That doesn't mean I'm only going to be doing commercial. I will be doing residential, commercial, industrial, you name it. I've got it.
Okay.
I'll do it. I'm not gonna discriminate against
Now,
anyone.
when you moved over, you were able to take any of your contracts with you?
Unfortunately not. The last company did not end very well. No hard feelings, no burnt bridges, nothing. I'm going to remain professional because end of the day,
The hottest music, R&B, hip hop, pop,
I still get you.
reggae, EDM, indie, old school,
Side, check it.
and sports talk.
Right here.
WorldStarHitRadio.com.